Hello, good morning and welcome to New Forest Morphs. It's just myself, self-filming today. Jared's got the weekend off. So I thought what I'd do is just show you we've got a couple of new pairings. Going to check on their locks first. The clown boy went to a new female yesterday and we're going to go and see whether we've got any locks. He did a lock the day before that to his previous partner, so we thought we'd try him out. So join me, let's go and have a look at some locks, and then we're going to have a look at a new gene that we're trying, a new project that we're working towards, and I'll give you an update on that one. It's going to involve the Orange Ghost and the Pied project with Fire and Pastel, so we'll come back to that in a second. But let's just go and check on these new locks and see if we've got any there. Okay, so let's check on what we've done. Is we've put the clowns together. This is our Amber, she's our pastel clown. She's building really well. And yesterday we put Joker, our clown boy, to her, and he's normally been very good at locking. And let's see what they're up to. And there is a visual lock, I can see at the back there, which is beautiful. Let me just zoom in on that one. Lovely. So again, he's been very productive for us this year. And you can see the female pastel. She's a little bit nervous. I won't disturb them too much because I wouldn't want them to separate, but yeah, doing really well. So we'll let them get back to their business. So I'm really pleased with that. Well done you guys. So gently push them back into position without disturbing their breathing. And that's wonderful news. So another lock. And then what we did also is we had Elvis locked to the Sienna the day before. So we've put our cinnamon pied Elvis to one of Jared's 100% het pied girls, Phoenix, and they have locked on several occasions. Let's go and see whether there's any activity in here, whether he can get a final lock in before she goes. So she looks pretty big, and just looking at that, they may or may not have locked, but they certainly haven't locked now. But I can see some signs of some sexual activity, and you can see there's a little bit of blood on the tissue there, which is off the hemipenes of the male. So there has been something going on here, but no visual lock. But we'll leave them for another day and see what goes on. Jared thought that Phoenix had ovulated a couple of days earlier, and I'll just show you her body and you can have a look and see whether she's come off ovulation, and that might be one of the reasons why you're not seeing a lock. But she looks big, she's close to 3K, and we'd like to try and prove her out. So, well done Elvis, I'll leave you in there for another day. And then the other thing we've done is Bowser. We've put him to a new female now, that's ready to go. I'll show you what we've done. I've moved him out from one of the 100% female het pieds that we got up to size Elsa, and they'd had a couple of days together, no visual lock there, so I put Bowser, who's our dreamsicle male, in with Tinker. And let's have a look and see what's going on. Well, they're certainly exploring each other at the moment. They've only been in very briefly, so we'll leave them in peace and see if we get a lock on there. So the three girls that he's going to be going to is Ariel, Tinker and Elsa. They're all 100% het pieds to try and produce some visual pieds, 100% het for Lavender Albino. That's the plan there. So today what I thought we'd do is we'd have a look at a new project that's almost ready to go, that we've been working on for the last 2 years, building them up. And I think I should start you off with the male. His name is Samo, and he is a Fire Pastel 100% double het for Orange Ghost Pied. So let's see if he'll come out and we can show him under the light box. So there he is. We'll give him away and we'll give him a look at, see how he's doing. Here we go. He's packing on some weight. So under the natural light you can have a look at him. So pastel and fire is often a beautiful combination. I really fell in love with his bright colours. So the fire and pastel really work well together. And you can see he's putting on some weight. So we had him bought about 18 months ago, and he was about 100 grams when we bought him. And let's have a look at him under the spotlight. There you go. and that's known as a Firefly, pastel fire, and I think he's beautiful. And he's the male that we're going to put to our double het female, and I'll show you her later. But there he is. He's a little bit shy, but a beautiful animal. Really nice. So I think what we'll do is we'll weigh him, see how he's doing for size, and how he's a bit of a slow eater. He is eating more often than he was as a hatchling, but he's a slow, steady builder, this one. And let's just zoom in on his eye stripe and have a look at him in good detail. He's a beautiful animal, and he's starting to go into shed, so you're not seeing him at his very best, but there we go, he's coming out to explore now. But he's got a lovely chunky body. He needs to be another 200 or 300 grams I think before we breed with him, but he's not far off. So I think what we'll do is we'll weigh him. But he's carrying, oh, there you go, he's coming out now. He's carrying the double hets, pied and orange ghost, and Jared and I really like orange ghost, what it does, and it will intensify the colours, and hopefully we'll get a visual when we pair them up, which hopefully will be a double visual pied orange ghost if we're lucky enough. But there he is, very bright, beautiful animal. It's got lovely patterns going down the side, and look at that lovely wide head stripe down there. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful animal. There we go. Right, let's weigh him and see how far he is in the preparation stages. There we go. I'm guessing he's about 550 grams is my guess. So let's have a little look and see how much he's weighing it at. Just set the scales. There we go. So let's see his weight. And I was about right, 586 is weighing in at, so he's not far away from being ready to breed. We like to get him up to 800 plus, and I think he'll start to put on more weight over the next couple of months. So he'll probably be ready in the next breeding season going forward in September, October this year. But there we go. Thank you very much, Samo. We shall slip you back and have a look at your missus, your beautiful animal, and we'll see how your wife's doing. There we go. Thank you very much. We'll leave you in peace. Right, so let me introduce you to his future wife, and her name is Moneypenny. And the reason we called her Moneypenny is because she's got a pound sign on her, on her body. And there she is. So she will look like a normal because she's carrying no other genes in there other than she's a double het. So she's, I know she is a pastel, sorry, she's a pastel double het orange ghost pied. That means we can produce super pastels because two pastels together could produce the super. And I think we'll put her under the spotlight and just see what she looks like. Are you going to come, darling? A little bit shy, but she's eating like an amazing female, putting on some great weight. Let's put her in the light box and see what she looks like in the light box. There we go, darling. So beautiful pastel, carrying those double hets. A wonderful project going forward. So yes, the super pastel fire pied orange ghost will be amazing. It will just be so beautiful, and hopefully we can hit one of those. And there she is. So that's Moneypenny. I'll see if I can find, there's the pound sign, it's upside down. I'll zoom in on the pound sign for you so you can see where we get the name from. And there she is, an upside down pound, or a fishing hook, or a 3. But when she turns around the other way, you'll see she looks like a UK pound. So, the British pound. And there she is, a beautiful example of a lovely pastel. And we shall weigh her and see what she weighs. So, you're going to come with me, Moneypenny? Let's weigh you in and see how you're doing. She feels pretty substantial, and she is bowl wrapping, building her follicles at the moment. So I'm going to guess she's about 1500. So she's probably ready, but the male isn't quite ready yet. So see if she'll go in there nice and safely. There we go, darling. Look at that, 1530. Ooh. So she's done really well, and she's about 2.5 years to 3 years old. So I think she's going to be ready to go by October, and hopefully the male will be ready to go as well, and that'll be a future project which I thought I'd share with you. So thank you Moneypenny for being such a nice natured animal. We'll put you back into your home and let you get on with your bowl wrapping. There we go, darling, I'll put it in the middle for you. Make it easier. No, she wants to explore. She might be in search of a male because she's probably sexually mature now, and also she's up to size. I mean, the temptation is to put another male to her that is ready, but I'm not going to do that. And we could, I mean, in theory, we could put Bowser to her and produce pied, potentially triple hets. Is another option that we've got, but I think I'm going to wait for the male to get up to size and then use her on that project and have a chat with Jared and get his thoughts on it. But as she's 100% het pied, certainly can go into the Dream School project, and we get the orange ghost in there as well, which could be interesting. With the fire pastel, could be a fantastic project going forward. Really brighten up the snakes. But look, there she goes. It's nice to see her exploring and enjoying the other snakes in the rack. And what I'll do is, although we haven't got a visual orange ghost, I have managed to get one on Morph Market to show you on the wide screen. So we'll let her go back into her little home, and I'll show you an example on Morph Market of what we're trying to achieve here. And so if we have a look at an example here, this is the example of what orange ghost and pieds, and I think this one's got, I'm trying to think what's in here, I think it's got pastel in there as well. So that's a pastel orange ghost pied, and I think it's beautiful. And imagine putting fire in that as well. Imagine that being a super pastel, and imagine bringing in the lavender project into that. I think it would be amazing. Adding a bit of yellow belly, and that one's coming in at about $1,500 US. So with an extra 2 or 3 codons, the value of that snake will probably reach $2,000 to $2,500 US. So a very interesting project going forwards, and I thought I'd just show you that. And I do have some other things I wanted to share with you. Justin Gavelka put out a new gene out yesterday to us, which I really enjoyed. Thank you, Justin. And I was going to just show you the new gene that he's been developing from a 14-year-old project, so if I can find it. And it is called the Super Pixel project, which is a codon. That's a super version of it. And he's got red stripe into that and yellow belly. So you can see on that side, that's a yellow belly red stripe super, and that one is a red stripe yellow belly pixel, but not the super version. So you can see the difference between the two, and I think they're beautiful. And you can see why it's called it pixel, because look at the pixelations on the side of the snake. Absolutely amazing. So he's releasing some females over the next 12 months. There's only a few out there at the moment, so this could be the new gene that's going to go nicely into Desert Ghost, Clown and Pied. And I think Justin's shooting for a pixel pied at the moment, so we might see something come out this year. So thank you, Justin, for sharing that with us. Lovely new gene. The other person that I wanted to give a shout out to was Chris Hardwick, who put out a gene video yesterday, and he was saying that there was potentially 300 genes out there. I thought there was less than that, but he's gone through and created a database on his website. If you want to download it, it's free to download. So I think it's well worth looking at that. And I also wanted to show you some other new snakes I've been looking at on Morph Market. So if I go down to my Morph Market page and just show you a couple of really interesting snakes that I really like. And the Candy project is something that I like a lot, and I just wanted to show you what a candy, Mojave candy, looks like, which is that one there. I think that's a stunningly beautiful animal, and it really does pop. I've never seen so much purple in a snake as that, but the candy and the Mojave go really well together. That's one that I might be looking forward to getting into at some point. And that's 50% het pied, that one, and it's produced by Andrea Medici. So a wonderful looking snake. Not sure what the price is. I'll see if I can find the price for you on that one. Just bear with me. So that's coming in at 110 grams, and the price is actually that one's from Roma, Lazio, so this is in the European market. I'm trying to find the price on that one. Doesn't seem to be showing the price. Please inquire. So you have to inquire on the price on that one. That's why I don't know the price. So I'm sure it's going to be pretty expensive. So let's also look at this one here. Really caught my eye, which I will show you on the widescreen. Let's have a little look at this one. Now this is by one of my favourite breeders, Wilbanks, in the US, and I just look at that and I think, we've got the super gravel, you put leopard into that, just look at that. So that's a pastel super gravel leopard, and I think that is a very, very, very pretty snake, which again I'd like to shoot for. And if we can produce some super gravel babies going forwards, I'd like to put some leopard into those. We've got the female, so we could put in one of our leopards into her to produce some leopard gravels, and then put those into another gravel to get the super gravel leopard. That might be a 3 to 4 year project, or we could try and pick up one, but they're not cheap and they're incredibly beautiful. Just look at that. So I just wanted to show you one of those genes that took my fancy. And on the iPad you can see the colours just popping even more. Look at the yellows and blacks on there, and we're getting even more closer on there on the iPad. So that's really beautiful. See if I can get a price on that one for you. Price is coming in at $6,500 US. So that's not cheap. $6,500 US. So that's a well-worthy project to go into, I think. Not because I like the look of the gene, but also look at the potential return on your investment. So that will be something I want to share with Jared. And then there's another one I wanted to share with you, which is a new gene called the ambush gene, which I've never seen before. This is called an ambush fire het clown, so it must be quite a new gene. I'm not sure why it's called ambush, but I'm just looking at the markings on it. I wonder whether it's to do with the markings. I'll have to try and find that out for you. Let's see the price of this one. Let's have a look at the description. It says perhaps I'll take it on the iPad. Sorry about this. Getting focusing on this. So this is one of 2 females we are releasing this year. Ambush really smooths out the alien heads and extends them. I love the reaction we're seeing. Can't wait to see the visual clown version, feeding on rat pups with ease. From fire clown times ambush, and they're the genes in this one. That's 243 grams. Ambush, 100% het clown on fire, so that'll be a codon. So there's probably a super version, and that's $5,000 US. So, and that's produced by Snakestein Reptiles LLC, based in Texas. So that's an interesting one, and he's got a couple of other pictures on there we can have a look at. And then the underbelly, let's have a look at the underbelly on that. So it does seem to have a little bit of patterns on the underbelly. It's interesting. So it'd be interesting in how that combines with the clown and what that achieves. So there's one to look out for as well. And I think that's about all the new snakes I wanted to share with you today. So we're getting very close now to the eggs pipping. Just have a quick look and make sure they're doing okay, and we'll have a good thorough look at some of the girls and see if any of them are ovulating as well. So they're the eggs. Now you can see that as the eggs go on, the condensation does tend to build up on the egg box, in the egg crate. Jared's set it at an angle, so the condensation just runs off the lid and runs down the side. It isn't touching the eggs. The temps are holding it about 90, which is fine, and there's no sign of pipping at the moment, but we've got another 4 days before the pipping date is due, so hopefully we'll see what happens there. Let's have a quick look at some of our big females, see if there's anything going on there. Penelope the pinstripe, see what she's up to. She's sitting on the heat spot, so she could be incubating her eggs at the moment. We'll leave her in peace. Jade is also sitting on the hotspot with her tail inside her coil, which is again a good sign, so we'll leave her in peace. And what we've done is, because the spring weather's come in, we've actually ventilated the facility even more, and we've dropped the ambient temperature a couple of degrees, so that might be encouraging the snakes to move onto their hotspots even more. Ezra, our Enchi male, he ate his first small rat for several weeks, and there he is. He's always been a bit of a fussy eater, this one. He kind of switches off for several weeks and then comes on when he fancies. But I was really pleased as I was feeding all the animals this week. He came to the end of the rub and he was gagging for some food, and I thought, fine, let's give it to him. And there's so many times I offer him food he doesn't want it, and he switches on, and he's just switched on now. It might be to do with the spring weather. The black pastel is doing nicely. She's the big female that we've got. Look, she's ready to eat another meal, but she's putting on some good weight. Beautiful, beautiful girl. I love the chaining, which is coming from the 100% pied influence, and I love the colours in her as a cinnamon. So hopefully we're going to get another clutch from her. And she just locked Elvis this week, so we'll keep those building. I'm expecting eggs from her maybe later in the season. Cleo is our banana spider. We'll have a quick update on her. She wants to come out and explore, and there she is, packing on some good weight. Peace. Lexi, see how Lexi's doing. She's building and resting, cooling. She's our spot-nosed dinker project. Buttercup, she's shed recently. She loves cover. She's using her paper for cover. She's packing on good weight, so she's getting ready for breeding, so that's lovely. Cappuccino is one that we think is going to give us eggs soon. She's our lesser platy, looking really good, looking really healthy. No eggs yet. And let's look at Daisy. She's our albino leopard, 50% het pie. Again, she's building nicely. Good size to her. Pringle is our calico, and again she's eating ferociously and building weight. She's looking beautiful. And let's have a quick look at Ray, who's our yellow belly pumpkin pied. She wants to come out and play. She's looking really good. Hello, darling. Yeah, you want to come and play, don't you? Come on, down you go. She's gorgeous. She's probably looking for another lock. Now Jupiter locked to the clown boy, so she's obviously building nicely, and she looks like she's resting at the moment. As the eggs build, I believe the snakes do like to rest a lot. And then we've got the lock on Amber we've covered. Athena, our big female pied. Let's see what she's up to. Just chilling, good size, building her follicles. Venus, our pastel twinet. She's got spot nose in it and cinnamon. She's looking good, progressing nicely. And Fire, Flame, our fire girl. Again, she's building up and resting, looking really good. And I think that's mainly all of our big girls at the moment. So there's a little update on how things are going here at New Forest Morphs. So I hope you enjoyed the little update on what we're up to, what we're doing. Enjoy the weekend, and we shall catch up with you soon. Bye bye for now.